Many of you may know him. I've heard he has multiple names, but I think I just know him as George. And he'll fill in the rest of his names. Great guy, really funny person, organized this entire thing. If you haven't seen him before, you're in for a treat. Let's go, George!
Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you. Fantastic. I'm so proud of you all coming out here tonight. It's the most important day of the year, National Fried Chicken Day. You could have been anywhere else, but you are here. I missed my own wedding for National Fried Chicken Day, so thank you for that. Thank you also for the 2-drink minimum. You are ordered a 2-drink minimum, or as we call it in business school, homework. Thank you. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. Thank you. Now, this is my first time performing at the Broadway Comedy Club, right? Thank you. I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well. Better than the first time I slept over at a woman's apartment in the city. That was a disaster. Word to the wise, if you're like me and you want to give her a SurveyMonkey performance feedback form, true story, you need to wait until after. And you know, since that's the case, if you're on the second date and you want to go back to her place, one way you don't do that is by sending her an Outlook invitation during the date with your place as a location. It's frowned upon. I learned this the hard way. It has been a long and circuitous path to this stage. I'm happy to be here. I faced 3 challenges. The first happened, I was running around a body of water that I am known to document, called the lake. Yeah. And there was a rock right here, and I didn't see the rock. I was going very fast at my usual mile pace of 10:46. You should have seen it last year, it was 11:46. And I fall, I face plant, oh! The undergrads were looking at me. There's dirt everywhere. I'm in pain. My elbow's broken. I didn't even know you could break an elbow. And my phone wasn't on my side because my phone flew out of my hand. It just plopped right down. And my running app was talking to me and said, "You are going 0 miles an hour. You are going 0 miles an hour. Pick up the pace." I said, "Shut up, Siri. Either you make yourself useful and call an ambulance and provide the positive feedback that I crave." So I go to the hospital, and it turns out I have the smallest elbow fracture in the history of the hospital. So they spent 7 hours looking at the x-ray, and at the end they were just like, "No splint, no cast, drink milk, get out of here. We've got serious shit to handle like ankle sprains." And that was the first challenge to get to this stage, but I have more people. Has anyone been to a country called Australia? Do we know where that is? It's very far away. Now I don't know what the crowd is, it might not know. You can't assume this stuff. So basically, now you know me and the public finance people in the back, they do. Oh, you know I do some crowd work. So I do cold call. I warm call, but I cold call. And so basically, I finally made some friends, and it's hard for me to make friends until you get to know me. And I was just so happy with these friends I made in Sydney that I got detained. Because I flew back to LAX, and I went to customs. And the custom agent said, "I want you to declare, son, everything you are carrying in excess of $15,000. And I said, "Excuse me, sir. The friendships and the memories I have cultivated in this country are priceless to me. I declare every single one." They sent me into the small room. ISIS is winning. You used to be able to have a joke at the airport. You can't have a joke anymore. I'll tell you more about that, because then I had to go from LAX, the third one, I had to go from LAX to New York. And I'm sitting on the plane. I'm not like against the people I'm sitting with, but we're not BFFs. And I think the flight attendant knew this, because she came up to me and said something to the effect of, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, you can. I'd like 2 Malbecs pronto, please. And she said, are you sure you're old enough to drink? I said, excuse me, ma'am. I'm 27.5 years old. That rounds to 28. And what that means is that I am old enough to drink. Furthermore, if a U.S. flag marshal has the time to flag me down at 44B, then ISIS is winning because we have other things we have to worry about in the air. Furthermore, if I have to take out my ID, I will have to go unbuckle my seatbelt, but the pilot has said that seatbelts must be fashioned. So you tell me which rule we're going to break. Friends, that's the stuff that we call logic. That's logic. I got myself the 2 Malbecs. And that brings me to New York. Thank you. Thank you. Give me a positive validation. We are just getting started. I'm no longer saying we're just beginning. We're just beginning. Woo-woo! Thank you. Now, I wish I heard more of that on dates. That would mean a man can't drink. So, dates, yes. The most difficult thing about Palo Alto, California, do we know about Palo Alto, California?
Never.
Okay. It is a fanciful place on the West Coast where it is very hard for men to get dates because the gender ratio is messed up. And I want to tell you a true story that should illustrate this. I went on a date, this is a true story, to a nice place in Palo Alto called the Wine Room. This young woman has so many options. She looks at me and says, this is what she said. She said, please walk me through your resume. I said, girl, that's going to be a long one. That's right. Jennifer, that's my mother. She ain't raised no fool. So I said, I'm a Stanford JD MBA. What game your side now? And she said, so what? Have you started a company yet? So I leave the date. I found a company which we'll discuss later. I come back. I say, now I started a company. She says, so what? Is it disruptive? I couldn't believe this. I leave. I break so many rules, it is now disruptive, if not illegal. It's called George Hayward microwavable foods. I come back and say, we now have a disruptive company. And she said, I shit you not. She said, yes, but are you Jesus? Am I Jesus? No, but I am persistent. So I went to church, I started praying. What I'm going to tell you is actually the truth. I want you to understand this. The church shook, it grew dark. I thought it was an earthquake, and there was a blinding light. And opened my eyes. And standing right there was Jesus Christ of Nazareth. As I live and breathe, I knew it was him because no one wears those robes. I said, Jesus Christ, can't you put on a blazer? We got to go to the wine room. He said, I am the Lord God Almighty. I died for these people's sins. And I will wear whatever father-damned robe that I want to when I go to the wine. I said, I'm sorry. Jesus said, I am the Lord God Almighty. I turn water into wine. And I will go to the so-called wine room however I please. I said, I am sorry, Jesus. He said, you are forgiven. So Jesus and I called an Uber and we went to the wine room. Jesus does an Uber pool. I wanted you to know about that. And this girl has stood us up for the Buddha. So I said, Jesus Christ, can't a man get a date in Palo Alto? And that's when I learned one of the most important rules of Christianity. Jesus Christ was single because he tried to date in Palo Alto. Had nothing to do with the Bible. Had Jesus been living in Brooklyn, we would have a different Bible. I will tell you that. I will tell you that. But now, New York is a different story. I got so many dates in New York, I could use my phone as a back massage. I will tell you that. The problem for me was the third date, I always get kicked out. Why? Because I was judged. Because I worked on a little street that I call Wall Street. The girl would say, oh, I've got to leave you for a Bohemian of Williamsburg who plays the ukulele and has Warby Parker glasses because he's not a member of the 1%. Now, there was a girl that I liked very much. I took her out to a place called Rosa Mexicana on West 62nd Street near Lincoln Center. I didn't want to lose her because she was amazing, so I said, I got to flip the script. I said, Kelsey, come here. I let her lean in. I said, Kelsey, I'm going to ask you a very important question. It's one of the most important questions I've ever asked on a date. Got me a 4th, 5th, and 6th date. I said, Kelsey, this is what I said. Did I work on Wall Street or did I occupy it? Because you can make a very good argument that no one has redistributed income more than me taking the money from Wall Street and spending on fried chicken on 14th Street at Dirty Bird to Go. I said, Kelsey, I'm the most progressive man in this city because I staged a sit-in at Whole Foods. No one's done that. No one's done that. I went to Whole Foods on 14th Street. I said, no more eating giraffes. These are wonderful beasts. And they deserve better. And the manager said, son, don't you know that Whole Foods is the most liberal store in New York next to the de Blasio City Hall? I said, I don't care. You've done enough to Africa. It's going to stop with the giraffes. And he said, but nobody eats giraffes. And I said, that's right. I protested before it's an issue. That's why you know I'm progressive. You know that's true. You know that's true. You know that's true. In fact, maybe the other problem with Whole Foods was my business model, George Hayward Microwavable Foods. It has 3 P's: pesticides, processed meats, and preservatives. And I can't say that it's healthy for your kids, but I can definitely say that no one will punch your kids in the face when they eat in the cafeteria for being a member of the 1%. And speaking of the 1%, I also want to discuss some politics for a second. Another one thing you're not supposed to do at a comedy show. But I have long suspected that Bernie Sanders is a member of the 1%. I want to prove it to you people. Now, do we have any Bernie bros? Where are the Bernie bros at? None? See, if this were before the election, I would have heard a big crowd, but now ain't nobody want to be a Bernie bro. How much does a senator make? Just shout it out. Who knows? Give me a hit.
$200K.
134.
170. That sounds pretty 1%. 170,000 is 169,000 more than any comedian makes in a year. So I know that's something. Then I found out that Bernie Sanders has a summer home. Does anyone here have a summer home? Those who won't admit it. That's pretty 1% to me. And then the final straw was that he gets a book advance for $795,000 for a book called Our Revolution. Where can I go to get on that revolution? That is George Hayward Revolution right there. What are Bernie Sanders' initials? Exactly. It was hidden the whole time. We could have known that. Now, I hope y'all don't think I forgot about Hillary. Is Hillary people here? Do we have any Hillary people here?
Of course.
Hillary is proof that the old adage that denial is not just a river in Egypt. It's an old adage. Did Vladimir Putin tell her to give those talks at Goldman Sachs? Did he tell her to pick Tim Kaine? Did he tell her not to talk to the black people of Milwaukee? That's all. Now, do we have any Trump supporters in the room? Let me hear it. Okay. Okay. I actually heard Canada's building a wall. Americans are fleeing for health care. My brother's diabetic. He's in Montreal right now. We haven't seen him in years. What was his slogan? Make America great again? Okay. Now, I can't tell you who's going to run for president in 2020, although the Booker campaign is here. They cannot confirm or deny. Crowd work? Yeah. But we know what the slogan is going to be. It's going to be, get America back to zero. Cory Booker 2020, let's not do that again. Man. Oh, man. The reason why Trump won is because the Democrats got complacent because Obama has too much swag. That's what actually, they don't tell you that's what happened. Obama had too much swag. Now, I've met Obama. I'm tell you about that. But first, I want to contrast to Bill Clinton, who I've never met, but that's not going to stop me. Me not knowing something has never stopped me from raising my hand and saying a compliment. Okay, thank you. You're going to love this. So Bill Clinton had a talent for having affairs, and I want to discuss that. Up until, this is funny, but it's true. So, up until Bill Clinton was president in 1992, if you were asked by a journalist, are you having an affair? You either said yes or you said no, and you live with that. Not Bill. Bill believed in himself. And I'm telling you, this is not a joke. This actually happened. So in New Hampshire in 1992, a reporter goes to Bill and says that question. Governor Clinton, have you had an affair? And this is what Bill does. This is what we knew he was on another level. This is what we knew. This dude was slick. He looks him in the eye, and I shit you not, that's what he says. He goes like, well, if I was, I wouldn't tell you. He cracked up. He didn't say anything. Now, Obama is different. Obama has the most swagger I have ever met of anyone, including New Yorkers. Because he looks at you, when you meet Obama, he goes like this, son, what have you done with your life that has pre-qualified you to spend 5 minutes with me? Barack Obama. Are you mulatto? Like, oh, you're not mulatto. Okay. So, I want you to know this. Not even Michelle gets 5 minutes with Barack Obama. Unless it's Barack and Michelle time, in which case, she gets 45. I mean, he'll look at you, he'll be like, Jim? Yes. Jim? Yes, you. Jim? Okay. Do you know your wife, Katie? Yes. You've been married for 25 years? Yes. Jim, I want you to know this. If I took my presidential phone, and I call her up, and ask her on a date, she would say yes. Because I'm Barack Obama. By the way, Jim, I live more than you. I'm president. And I did this all while being black. It's true. That is how he is. Now, I hope y'all didn't think I was going to leave out elitism, because I want to talk about a little bit of Silicon Valley elitism. Now, I went to a room where a bunch of venture capitalists who looked all the same way were going to tell me about diversity. They're going to tell me about the culture out there for this is like a Travis County Uber type meeting. Everybody liked to shine Travis, but they all funded him. Now, so they say our VC firms are wonderful because we have the doorman test. Has anybody heard about this test? The doorman. I hadn't heard about it. Do you guys? Does anyone know the doorman test? The doorman test basically says if you're interviewing and you're not nice to the doorman, you don't get the job. That is a doorman test. And they were so smart. Oh yeah, we had a CFO come in, great resume, great experience, great skills, fired. And why? Doorman test. He just wasn't nice to the doorman. And I raised my hand. I was getting in trouble. I raised my hand. I said, yeah. But what if the doorman is an asshole? I said, also, you elitist fucks. Do you think everyone who works for you is a doorman? That's a security guard. He worked in the military before. And I said, this whole thing just is hypocritical. Because what they're really saying is, at our firm, we're nice to the people at the highest high, the CEO, and the people at the lowest low. And who was the lowest low? The doorman. Tells itself. It reminds me of a firm I once saw. I said, we do good business, and one way that we do business in our way is that you are to know the name of the shoe shiner in the lobby. And it didn't occur to this executive how odd it was to have a shoe shiner in the lobby. So I raised my hand, almost got fired. I raised my hand and I said, could we just pay him more? No! We're not going to pay him more. We know his name. That's how we do it here. It reminded me of this startup guy who came and he was speaking out in Silicon Valley. This guy had fired half of his entire startup. This is true. And he was talking about how much emotional pain he went through. Just, it was the hardest conversation. I had to fire everybody. Except he didn't say fire. He said he let them go. Here's my rule. If only the victim can choose the euphemism, not the perpetrator. I said, let them go. Where were they going, sir? What were they trying to do? I said, you let go of a fart. You let go of a barbell at the gym. You let go of a grudge. You let go of your worries during an orgasm. You didn't let them go. You fired them. You deprived them of income. You ruined Christmas. You hurt the kids. Say what you did, sir. That would be like if I had my people and we had a cold cabin and I took some trees and threw them in the fireplace and said, hey kids, Dad had to let a few trees go, but we're warmer now. People don't say what they're supposed to say. I'll give you another example. It's a true story. I had a friend in a medical condition. I'll just be out with it. I'll be almost done. He was constipated. Now, there's no phone-a-thon for this. You still soldier on. You still go to work, but the man was very constipated. And he went to the bathroom. I wasn't there. I just heard about this. And he sat there on the toilet for so long he got bored. And he gets up his phone. He opens up Tinder. And he swipes, and he swipes, and he swipes. And after 20 minutes of swiping, his butt cheeks spread like Moses parted the Red Sea. And he was relieved of his constipation. And at the exact same moment, he matched with a woman. And he has made that woman the mother of his children. But he won't tell her where he met her. And I've been telling this guy, you gotta tell her this. You gotta tell her this. Because he told her this story about how he was swiping on the beach in Santa Monica. And the battery was running low. And if he doesn't get this next swipe, he's going to chuck the phone into the sea. Where really he was in the back of a Denny's in Los Altos. And now he's just reconstipated himself because he has this deep secret, but there's no laxative for that. Now, I'll tell the truth. I was fired once. I tell people about that. I work for a firm called Consumer Value Services. Do you know what that firm is? Anybody? Okay, you might know by its street name, CVS. Now, it's true. Look that up. True. Hayward educates people. Now, that's how you lay report. Now, so, and this would be my last. So basically, I was too innovative for them. Because I came in there and I said, it is time to change lives, change organizations, and change the world by redoing the condom aisle. The first 2 times they were quizzical, the 3rd time they can't be. The first thing I did was I installed mirrors opposite the condom aisle, so when you buy a condom, everyone can see you. And that's because we destigmatize them. They were quizzical, but that's what I did. The second thing is I said, it's a marketing problem. It's a marketing problem. Because the aisle is called family planning. But these people aren't planning to make a family. They're planning not to make a family. So we have to rebrand it and call it, they didn't like it, but it worked, they call it orgasm aisle. Because that's what the people want, sex sells. And they didn't like it, but it worked, and I pushed my vision on them. But the third one little incident, and they can't be. Because I installed a little welcome mat right in front of the condoms that when you stepped on it, it would play Snoop Dogg's next episode in the intercom. And one guy at 17 had one little panic attack. They called the ambulance, and they can't. But at least I tell y'all that because I'm honest. Thank you. That's all we have time for.